Hi everyone. This is your announcement for History 202G, Recent American History. Today is February 4th, and we begin a new week and a new module. But before we move forward, I want to thank those of you who worked hard to participate in the Standard Oil Ethics hearing that we did last week. I know that that was rough for some of you, and I know that there was confusion, and I hope that it looks like we got through it. And I'm going to be evaluating ways to, maybe make improvements to the instructions on that project. But at any rate, thank you to those of you who did work hard to make the hearing happen online. I know that's a challenge. But I think it's a good one. It's one that can kind of jazz things up a little bit in an online class. All right, so with that, and I will be grading your work from that project from last week, the Standard Oil Ethics hearing. Okay, so this week we move into Module 2, which is a new module, and we are going to be covering, excuse me, the topics of American expansionism, progressivism, and the Great Wall. No, not Great Wall, the Great War. The years we'll be looking at will be 1890 to around 1918. Okay, so we're going to cross the bridge into the 20th century in the next 2 weeks. So the first module that we're going to be in is Module 2.1. That begins today. And there is this week short work. You read the chapter on American expansionism, and then there is a self-check quiz due on February 7th. So for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be looking at the idea of American expansionism. And so what this means is that during this time in the late 19th century, crossing into the 20th century, the United States felt ready to kind of join the world stage in terms of having influence and power globally. All right, and an opportunity will present itself conveniently to the United States and it's going to kind of project Theodore Roosevelt into the spotlight as well, and that is the Spanish-American War. Now, the Spanish-American War, I think, is really the first time that the United States gets involved in a global conflict. Okay, so by global conflict, I'm talking about in modern day, the war in Afghanistan, the war in Iraq. Okay, and some of you might be veterans of those wars. So we go back to 1898, and the United States finds itself in a war with Spain. And you will read all about that in the materials that you're assigned. And so what we're going to do, this is your next group project, and this will be the last group project. So all of you get another chance, okay, at doing well in the group project, and I know you can. So there's going to be, we're going to simulate Congress, okay, the United States Congress. So you as a class will become the United States Congress. And so in your groups, and you're going to keep your same groups, I've already gone in and I've relabeled each group. You're going to engage in a debate. So what that's going to mean is that each group will need to work together and form your statements. Okay, so I've assigned what position you are. Okay, so the bill, okay, so if you remember how a bill becomes a law, the bill that is being introduced into Congress requires that the United States withdraw its troops from the Philippines. Okay, so as a result of the Spanish-American War, the United States defeats Spain and winds up acquiring the Philippines, Puerto Rico, and Cuba. Okay, so, but the Philippines is a nation of, I think, 1,000 or more islands, and with millions of people in its population. And so there's a great controversy about whether or not the United States should occupy this foreign country, this people. Okay, so this bill that's introduced into Congress calls for the withdrawal of the United States military from the Philippines. All right, so that's what the debate will be on. So your group is assigned either to support the bill or to be against the bill. And so what you're going to need to do is, number one, read the instructions for the debate and read the materials that I have assigned in addition to the textbook. Okay, and so from those materials, you should be able to develop your group's position either in support or against that bill. The bill is called HR 202G. All right, so we have 2 weeks to do this project. Okay, so I highly recommend, and I'm going to send this announcement out in an email, so hopefully everybody will see this, is that your groups should start talking to each other. And once again, using the Canvas groups, okay, through the people link. And there are instructions on how to do that. And if you don't see that or you need help with that, please contact me ASAP and I will help you. All right, so it's very important that everyone participates in this project. We didn't have 100% participation in the last group project, and there were groups that were really hurting. You know, 1, 2 people were left with the burden of producing the project. Okay, so be a good group member. Okay, don't leave your group, your classmates hanging by a thread. Please respond when they reach out. Okay, and I haven't assigned anyone to be a leader, so someone needs to step up and take that position of being a leader. All right, something that I've changed in the grading for this project. Groups will be graded on the amount of participation from the group. At least 50% of the group needs to participate in the preparation for the project in order for the group to get full credit, okay, on the project part, that is the discussion part of the project. And then on your simulation response essay, there is also a category of how much did you participate in the project. And so I do grade you on that, okay? So it's very important that everyone participate. This is a required requirement. Okay, so that's what's going on for this week and next week. Next week I will, in my announcement, talk more specifically about the assignments. But for now, please get a start on this. And if you have any questions about the instructions, let me know, okay, so I can clarify. All right? Okay, that's it. This is a long announcement and I need to end it. Okay, thanks everyone. Have a great week. Bye-bye.